would not believe what we did in just 48 hours. My Chinese classmate took me back to the Tang Dynasty and we took some pretty amazing photos. We saw the most stunning peonies that I think I've ever seen. Oh, I wouldn't have even realised that was peonies. And visited the world's largest grottos at Longmen. Look at that, so dramatic. All of this was in her hometown, Luoyang. Yeah, so I'm the one sleeping soundly on the left. That's me, Inez, Sleeping Beauty. Next to me is Yanran, who, as the name suggests, is my gorgeous friend. So, why are we snoring on a 7 AM train, you might ask? It all started with a bit of a random plan. I'm the kind of person who uses every holiday and occasionally weekday to travel while I've been in China.
Hello.
And Yanran kept on showing me photos of her hometown Luoyang. It kind of looked like my dream destination. Why were you willing to come to take me over here for free?
Because no one can refuse the hometown's calling.
It wasn't until we arrived at the first stop that I realised hometown calling actually means beef soup.
She's more expensive than me.
I thought this may be like shredded pancake, and then this is maybe like a twisted flatbread.
This is called 油旋 in Chinese.
I never realised you could pack so mmany toppings into a single bowl.
As you can see, they have some beef and tofu and 丸子.
Ooh, meatballs.
Yeah, 大肠.
Oh, large intestine.
The most luxury ones.
There were so many people in there. There were even people in full handful outfits who were going wild for beef soup. I get more and more fun of it. It's really good. So, very full and equally happy, my first impression walking through Luoyang's streets was kind of like I time travelled, to be honest. There were some very ancient looking people in handful waiting at red lights, pushing strollers, riding electric scooters. And Yaran's first stop for me was a history lesson on Luoyang at Luoyang Museum. When the guide said, "Let me show you the museum's crown jewel first," I never imagined that the main exhibit alone would take over 2 hours to see. I like the one on the right. It's quite goofy. I noticed there was a queue of girls forming, and naturally, I joined in. Turns out it was for the viral painted terracotta hand-holding girls, and I absolutely loved them. And little did I know, after the tour, Yanran suddenly gave me a pop quiz. Ayamaya.
How many dynasties you remember?
Oh my gosh, Song Dynasty, the Tang Dynasty, Shang Dynasty, Gong Han and Xi Han.
Wow.
Yeah. Luckily, I'm somewhat diligent, so I remembered that Luoyang was once the capital of 13 dynasties. And since I did well, she rewarded me with a treat, an ice cream of the hand-holding girls.
Oh.
Sorry, me. Then we rushed off to one of the most famous landmarks in all of China, Longmen Grottos. But first, we had to stop by the Longmen Market at the entrance. And here we met Bai Juyi, a Tang Dynasty poet who once lived right here in Luoyang. We also tried some calligraphy. No. Got some pictures in front of the peony wall. Oh, that's so cute. And even got a little workout in. In fact, we were having so much fun that we actually almost forgot why we came, which was, of course, to see the Longmen Grottos. Finally, when I saw it, I understood the Chinese idiom. But trust me, all the waiting was definitely worth it. Look at that. So dramatic. It really does look like it's staring at you. There, we met a guide with extraordinary English, much better than my Chinese.
This place named the Fengxian Temple, the largest cave among Longmen Grottos. And this is the biggest Buddha. People would like to say Buddha's face with the female emperor as the prototype.
So these are people taking the different, I saw on Xiaohongshu a lot of people were doing different poses with Buddha, with objects and stuff, so that's what.
Okay, good.
Then we took a boat across and saw an extraordinary view of the grottos from the back. I wish we could have stayed on the water longer, but it wasn't until we reached the opposite bank, though, that we truly saw how magnificent it was. And then came the biggest surprise of them all.
The previous result results is negative, but this one is positive. It shows my work. It works out.
Oh, congratulations! That's so exciting! Oh my gosh! The experiment results for Yanran's chemistry PhD just came out.
我的支持应该写上大家。
So happy for her. I hope that the good luck extends to everyone watching. I absolutely must tell you that I've never seen so many gorgeous peonies in my entire life. But I do owe you a bit of an apology. There were so many people, once again, 人山人海.
The flower only blooms for about 10 days. Flowers at the west gate blooms more early, and east gate blooms later.
I did luckily still learn quite a few fun facts. I remembered that my first baby photo ever was actually me surrounded by peonies.
Oh, I heard. That's a beauty. 巧合.
Is this fate? 缘分? We saw a ton of people who were painting the flowers here, and we took some pictures with a little girl who was all dressed up and everything. And now, please enjoy this very, very slick transition that I designed just for you personally. Okay, I mean, I have to confess, there was probably at least a 4-hour break between the shots, 差不多. It was for good reason. We were busy devouring Luoyang's famous water banquet. Every single plate was bigger than my face. Then we went to a makeover studio. The stylist was so detailed with my look. And I even got to try on black hair. Only then did we head over to Zhuying Pagoda for our photo shoot. Yanran had very kindly arranged a surprise for me. A local professional photographer, and he brought props, so many props.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And let me tell you, he was very elegant. I thought I was an okay poser, but I was definitely shown up by this man.
好，这个肩膀压低一点点，好，往下看 ，good。
And he even gave us some new names.
小粉这样，小粉。
Very creative. Then the wind kind of picked up, but it made it all quite majestic. It really did feel like we were in the Tang Dynasty for a moment. That night we headed to Mingtang and Tiantang Palace.
It's all made from the wooden, which is the peak of the scientific at that time.
Everyone, like locals, tourists, all of them were out enjoying Luoyang's April night air, and we were no exception. Oh, Xiaohong, what's that over there?
It's in Jianmeng, which is the sword gate of the Sui dynasty. Currently, it's a reconstructed structure, and the illuminated nights will lead you to 1,400 China's splendid history.
Yeah, it looks absolutely beautiful. Our dear photographer then reappeared with even more gear in hand. Like, there was a fish, a really heavy fish, and we ended up with like over 100 really gorgeous ones. So thank you very much, Little White.
Good.
And look at how all the ancient Luoyang buildings are lit up by modern projections. The city really does blend past and present in the most dazzling way. I've only experienced Chinese springtime in sort of the flowers blooming sense on Beida campus.
Yeah.
So I was quite curious to see how that was, and also just because Luoyang is such a historic city. And it's my first time in Henan, and now that I've been here for a couple of days, I would say probably at ease. Just like getting closer with you, sharing a hotel room, taking the photos. It was all a lot of fun, and it made me feel definitely like I kind of knew the place better and like moving around. So I really thought that was the end of everything, but when we got back to Peking University, who would have guessed that Yanran actually had a gift for me?
They have a close cooperation with Roman grottos, and they also applied 3D modeling of Roman grottos. And I bring it to you. Yeah, you can stick it on the refrigerator. And another one.
Oh, another!
This is a little tour for you to begin the first step in archaeology. Yeah, you can use the small tools to discover it. It is a Tang Sancai ceramics.
Whoa!
One last thing.
Oh my gosh!
I hope you remember this trip our friendship lasts long. There's a precious moment we have.